for example, where women's lib, you know, a woman is equal to a man and she can do what a man can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It sounds great to them, doesn't it? And after a while, you start to see a breakdown of the family household, man. You start to see that men are being kicked out of the house, women are phoning police over any little thing, getting rid of the man at the house. You know what I'm saying? You start to see all kind of fuckery happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Men are now being abused. You've got men talking about men's rights, man.
Yeah.
Men's rights, you know, in their own kingdom. Men have rights, even though they created their kingdom, and they're fighting for their rights. That's how bad it is. That's all because of, you know, feminism.
Right.
The lies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sweet at first.
But that goes back,
it showed it was gravel, it was bullshit, man.
But that goes back to false wisdom again. Right. It don't work out. It never worked. But but that whole feminism thing, they set that shit up just to do just that, just to destroy the families of the earth, so that the families of the earth can rely on government need. That's why they did it. It was pre-planned and orchestrated, man. Go on, brother.
These are Psalms 82 and 5, and it says, "They know not, neither would they understand. They walk in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course."
And the reason that's the why, going back to what you just said, because they're ruling with lies.
Yeah.
Like the scripture you quoted. They're ruling with lies. So when you're ruling with false wisdom and understanding, that's not certain. That has no substance, then your kingdom is not going to have no substance.
Can I add to what you just said there?
Yeah.
That's how in boxing, and Andre Ward and Kovalev, because in the second fight, he said that Kovalev believed his own hype. When he lost, you know, the controversial first fight, when he lost, he didn't look at himself and say, maybe I can do this, or maybe I'm a little bit weak here, maybe I can't take it. But he was believing his own hype on the crusher, and he believed that he can just walk through Andre Ward. And Andre Ward picked up on that in the press conference, and he said, this guy, he's not as strong as he's putting over. That is how he's acting. He saw the weakness, and he homed in on it. He's believing his own hype. He's not as tough as he putting out there, and he's lying to himself. His mouth was full with gravel. And Andre Ward, he said, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this crusher thing. He saw through the false BS.
Right.
And that is the psychology that Andre Ward, how he beats a lot of his opponents and beats so-called hard punchers, because he wasn't easily convinced outside the ring.
Right.
And when he got in the ring, he showed that he was the real fighter, the real warrior. You know, because he didn't believe the hype.
And the thing, let's just say if the man believed in what he was saying, he would have lost the fight. Because once you believe in something that's false, it becomes the truth. But that's what Esau did. Because Esau knows everything about psychology. So if he can keep pushing some kind of philosophy, like the saying goes, you say something 3 times, then it sticks to the head. So Esau knows this. So what he's done is perpetuated his lie throughout the earth, so that much so that people have been glued to that kind of understanding, not realizing that there's no substance to that, man. And this is why some people, even though he's done all of this, some people can wake up out of that spell and see the falseness of his wisdom, the lies. Put it to you that way. Yeah. So who's reading?
Sorry?
I got one quick. Is that right?
Oh, go ahead.
All right. Sirach 19 and 23. There is a wickedness, and the same an abomination, and there is a fool wanting in wisdom.
Right, and there's a fool wanting in wisdom. So really, and this is something that, and this is another reason as to why Esau is doing research on this, because he's trying to find ways how he can then override the prophecy. Because Esau should have taken us off the streets already. But how come he ain't doing it? Because he's watching the videos, and this is what the Spirit's telling me. He's watching the videos and seeing if he can then listen to what we're saying, write it down, and then see if he can override it. But you can't override the wisdom of the Lord. They couldn't even understand what the chariots are all about. Every time the chariots come out, you hear these helicopters flying all over the place. Why they flying all over the place? Because they shit themselves, and they're trying to find out what this thing is. So if they couldn't find whatever that thing is, and they don't believe in the Most High, then there's a whole lot of nonsense. There's a whole lot of stuff that we know that they don't know.
They're trying to gather.
Can I say something? Just to what you just
Yeah.
said. On the way to the station, I believe what I saw was a chariot, right? Just like what the brother saw the other day. And as you just said about the helicopters, there was a couple of helicopters flying all around that same area.
Yeah. Because they shook themselves, and at the same time they're trying to find out what the hell is that in the sky. You're going, brother.
No, I was saying that they're just trying to gather by watching our videos. They're gathering evidence, gathering information, trying to see, are we the same men? What can we learn from these guys? What are they teaching? You know what I'm saying? There's a match up with what we found out. They're trying to gather information, isn't it? They're trying to find a way to use it against us. They're trying to break down our image so they can justify getting rid of us.
But one thing about that, and that's a very good point. But I'm going to say this, right? The truth cannot be used against anything. Once you say the truth, then the truth will then pretty much benefit you. If you speak in lies and deceit, that can only but destroy you.
That's right.
He's trying to find out, and I'm glad the brother brought it out. He's trying to find out if he can then use the truth against us. But you can't use it against us.
Because there's no inconsistencies in
Because
truth.
there's no inconsistency. The truth is always constant.
But then again, because Esau's deceived the world, you see. You know, racism is a bad thing, sexism is a bad thing. And look, these guys, these black guys, they're sexists. You know, they're racists. Even though what we're saying is true, they can still play on the insecurities of the people and make the people rise up against us.
Spin it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
They can try to
very
spin
true.
it. You know?
But I'm going to say this as well, and that's a good point, because he can do it, and he will. Esau will do what the brother just said. However, it doesn't make. It's not going to make us feel bad, because we're going to want him to do that. We want Esau to do that, so that we can get the hell out of here, and we can get into the kingdom. Because I'm going to just be honest with you, brothers, man. I've gotten to the point where I don't really care about nothing in this world. Sometimes you get to that point where you just don't care. You're just ready to get it done and hope and pray that the Lord, put the spirit on, you know what I'm saying, for you to endure the time. Man.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
Sometimes you just get like that. You know? Well, I'm not saying sometimes you just get to that point and it's always like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, who wants to, you go, bro.
It's Isaiah 60:1, and it says, "Arise, shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Yeah.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth,
Right.
and gross darkness the people."
And gross darkness to people. Because the people live in darkness. So that's gonna work. By portraying the truth and they've already done it. They've already done that. They've already portrayed the truth as a bad thing. The truth is like something that's bad, and lies is something that's good. And doing as thou wilt kind of spirit, that's the right spirit to be in nowadays. Oh, I do what I want to do. I don't want to read this and keep the commandments. Oh, the Bible, that's all played out, man. That's thousands of years old. That don't apply right now, because people simply don't want to change after the way of what righteousness is all about, which is in the book.
The brother said arise, shine, for the light is come, the glory of the Lord shall be risen upon thee, for the darkness shall cover the whole world.
Yeah.
Because darkness, ignorance and deception has covered the whole world through Esau. Okay, now had it not been for us, the Most High putting His glory upon us to bring out this light, this whole world would have been covered in darkness. There would have been no hope. So that there had to have been a balance. The Most High had to bring this light out to balance it out, because Esau's intent was literally evil, just to bring complete evil on planet Earth, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he had to balance it out by bringing us on. The Most High had to balance the levels out by bringing us out here, just for us to be there's some hope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There had to be some hope. You know, by bringing us out here. Otherwise, it would have been good as gone.
Because it keep getting worse, and every generation is worse than the
Exactly.
previous.
It would have been worse. Exactly. They had to come back.
The generation now, like, they don't even believe in genders.
Yeah.
They don't believe if you're born a people, you're supposed to be a man.
Yeah.
Nah, I've not chosen my gender yet.
They're getting brainwashed with that Esau juice, man.
Nonsense, man.
On 2 days ago, I was working, and then these three kids got in my car, right? And then two of them, one of them, you could tell she was like those lesbian look.
Yeah.
She got in the car, and then I don't know what they were saying. Oh, one of them got into the car first, and then she said, "Oh, it's supposed to be ladies first." They're like, "No, but we haven't decided what your gender is yet." 2 days ago in my car. But look, go in the car, right? He goes, "Oh, it's supposed to be ladies first." She goes, "No, but we don't know what your gender is yet." They said these are grown-ass kids. I mean, this high, one of them is a little bit taller, skinny, and about maybe they're finishing work, so maybe about either 18, 19, 20, that age.
They said that.
They literally said, but we haven't decided what your gender is yet.
You see what I'm saying? So this wine, this drunken madness, this is just a two drunk, spiritually and mentally drunk individuals, and this is covering the whole world, man. So so there had to be someone to battle this nonsense, man. And that the people that battle this nonsense is us, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're the only ones that's bringing out the truth through the Bible, man.
That's right.
It's telling you, listen, this is all nonsense according to what the Most High said, man.
Yeah.
No one's standing up for what the Most High is saying. Nobody,
right.
even the pastors in church. You got faggots in the churches, man.
Paid off.
You got
And they running
homos, man.
Yeah,
Child
yeah.
molesters. Infiltrating the churches, man.
Yeah, you got homo pastors running the church, teaching people what to do according to the Bible, yet the Bible condemns his ass.
Money grabbing, money. They
Yeah.
only care about money, collecting the people's money and buying cars with the people's tithes, man. You know what I'm saying? So there had to be a group of men out here to battle this nonsense, man. The Moses had to balance out the battlefield.
Yeah.
Light against darkness. That's what arise, shine, for that light has come. The glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, darkness has covered the whole world.
entire earth, yeah.
Exactly. So the Lord had to balance it. See that balance? Darkness and light.
Yeah. Good
God
versus
has covered the whole world and said that men do not light a candle and put it under a bushel, but they put it on a candlestick to light up the darkened room, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I like that analogy with darkness as well, because it's like when you're in the dark, you can't find your way. You're just
Yeah.
groping about, you're
that's
tripping, you're
exactly-
falling
that's
over
exactly-
things,
you're insecure.
bumping into walls, all sorts of madness. And that's what it feels like when, like,
Yeah.
you know, when these people are talking about their 12 different genders or anything, they're confused. They can't, they don't know
Because
what
they're
the
in
hell
darkness.
what they're talking about.
Think about how all you brothers were before you came to this truth, man. You was going by what the media said, by trying to get the approval of your friends. You was completely insecure. You had no stability within yourself. You always felt any stability in confiding in your parents or your friends or what the media said or the music. You had no foundation for yourself, man, for your own strength and stability. Since we came to the truth, brothers have become stronger, man, mentally, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? We're much more, firm, man, with our decisions, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when you're in the darkness, you're insecure. You don't know that all these people, they're confused, man.
Yeah, and that's a very good point. You're going, brother.
This is on Mark 13 and 20. So it says, and except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom you have chosen, he have shortened the days.
And this is why time is moving so fast, so quick, because it's only for the sake of the elect. Like it says in the book of Psalms 13, it says that the Lord reproved kings and destroyed kingdoms for their sake. So for the sake of the elect, this thing is moving fast. Time is moving so fast and quick. The next following week is going to seem like a day, and we're going to be out here another week.
In February soon.
Right. Go on, bro.
This is a quick one to back up what the brother was just saying about staggering around in the dark. Isaiah 19:14. The Most High hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. They have caused Egypt to err in every work.
Yeah.
Therefore, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
And that's all of these people, because they're under that perverse spirit, not of truth, but of a lie, and that's what's going on. And it's really to destroy the minds of the people, because in order for you to bring forth lies, you have to know the truth. It's just a part of it. So Esau knows the scriptures. They know this, and what they have done is they've searched out the scriptures to pretty much do whatever they got to do to pervert the scriptures. And this is why you notice people are pretty much bugged out their mind. There's a lot of mental cases walking around. And I'm not saying that to poke fun of them, but I'm making the point. The reason why you have diseases on the earth and these kind of issues, because the wisdom understanding of the Lord is not being rehearsed. People are not rehearsing the righteous. Matter of fact, somebody get me Ecclesiastes 12.
12, yeah?
Yeah. Read what you got.
Oh, look, let's read this one quick, yeah? Alright,
You finish what you had, right?
A bit more so.
Okay, just real quick.
Hold on.
Sirach, I'll read it quick, yeah?
Yeah, just real quick. So
Sirach
we can-
19 and 24. He that hath small understanding and fear of God is better than one that have much wisdom
Right.
and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
Yeah.
And that's what Esau's doing, man.
Yeah, go on, brother. Yeah, read that. I'll tell you what.
I think that was it for me.
That's it for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, you brothers are confusing me. Read this again.
I'll read it again, yeah? All right. Sirach 19 and 24.
But it's all good though, because the scriptures are coming out, so that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Sirach 19 and 24. He that have small understanding and fear of God is better than one that have much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
Yeah, and we've experienced and seen brothers like that in Great Millstone, where they have all of this wisdom. They have the wisdom of the world, and they have all kinds of knowledge, and they know how to bring the scriptures out there and there. But where they at now? They back in the world. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the Lord ain't concerned with the amount of wisdom you have. The Lord is concerned about
fearing God,
fearing the Most High. But going back to what I was saying, the reason why people are bugged out their mind is because they're not simply following their true path. So let's read the true path of what man is supposed to follow. Give me that.
Ecclesiastes 12.
Yeah, 12, yeah.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
And then we're going to close out.
It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
That's right.
That's it. That's right. So if you're going outside of the commandments of the Lord, which this society promotes that, do as thou wilt, do what you want to do what you feel, okay, be a harlot in the city, or be a thug, or just be a goddamn clown, eventually all of that's all negativity you are erupting within yourself. And what's going to happen eventually is you're going to find yourself with all kind of mental problems. There's so many people out here that's got mental issues, all kind of diseases from eating the wrong diet. Again, doing your own thing. And this is why certain guys, when they fall out of the truth, what happens afterwards?
Worse, man.
They get bugged out because they're deviating from the right path. They're doing something that they're naturally supposed to do. They're naturally not supposed to. Correct myself there. You know, so with that, we're going to close out, giving all praises and glory. Abad Babal, Shalom.